Good morning, children. In today's class, we are going to continue our biology, chapter 9, soil. So, in the last class, we discussed about the three types of soil as sandy soil, clayey soil, and loamy soil. And the soil requirement of the various crops were discussed. Today, we are going to see the properties of soil. Three properties will be discussed: percolation rate, moisture content, water absorption rate. So first you should know about each property. Percolation rate. What is the meaning of percolation? The word percolation has a contextual meaning of penetrating. So what penetrates into the soil? Obviously it is the water which we pour for the growth of the crop. So the water when poured to the soil, the rate at which it penetrates is percolation rate. Okay. So the speed, rate in the sense, I mean the speed. The speed in which the water penetrates to the soil, passes through the soil is your percolation rate. So this purely depends upon the particle size of the soil. Why? Because sandy soil has bigger particle size, whereas clayey soil has very fine sized particles. So in a sandy soil, the size of the soil particle is big, as well as the size of the soil particles is big, so that the water can easily pass through it. Whereas in a clay soil, very fine soils held closely together like this. So the water when passed will not come at the other end, that is in the outlet. It takes some time to pass through all the particles and reach out. Okay, so each soil type will have different penetrating rate. That is what your percolation rate means. The second property is your moisture content. Moisture content is nothing but the water content. If you go after the rainy day to your nearby field area or any lawn or any garden, the soil present over there will be wet, right? So if you wanted to know what is the amount of moisture present in the wet soil, we have to conduct an experiment that will be discussed later part of the video. Okay, so if you wanted to know what the amount of water present in a sand or in a soil type, then the property is moisture content. Moisture means nothing but the water. Okay. The third one is water absorption rate. Don't get confused with the three properties, because all the three are relating only to the water present in the soil. First one is percolation rate. It tells about the speed of its penetration, the water's penetration, the water's flow, speed at which the water flows in the soil. Second one is moisture content. Once the water penetrates, the soil particles will absorb some water, right? So that is the reason why it is wet. So if you wanted to know about the amount of water present in the soil, why it is wet, in how much amount it is wet, if you wanted to know, then the property is moisture content. Water absorption rate. Okay, so this is related to your percolation rate. Once we pass the water through the soil will definitely absorb some amount of water. Do you agree with me? Yes, because it is not any kind of a plastic to not absorb the water. Soil has the property to absorb the water. So initially if I am pouring 100 milliliter of water, and in the outlet if I notice I am getting only 60 milliliter of water back after penetrating, then where did the remaining 40 ml, that is the difference of 40 ml goes? It's been absorbed by the soil particles, right? So the water absorption rate is a property of the soil which tells us about the amount of water absorbed by the soil while pouring the water. Okay. So these properties will have some formulas to calculate. If you understand its concept, then the formulas are very easy. You don't want to memorize at all. First one is percolation rate. As I told you already, it is the speed at which the water flows. So how will you conduct this as an experiment? So let us take a handful of sand. Okay, this is a beaker and I'm keeping a funnel here. I'll put the sand in the funnel. Once I pour a tumbler or a glass of water, the water passes through the soil in the funnel and then reaches the beaker. Right? So, first I will determine the amount of water taken by me. For example, I am taking 100 ml of water. I am going to pour this 100 ml of water. After pouring, immediately I will on the stopwatch. I will start to notice the time taken by this type of soil for penetrating and the water received in the beaker at the end. At the end. Okay, so if I know the amount of water taken and the time taken for the water to pass through the soil in the funnel and reach the beaker, and I can determine the rate of percolation. So that is the formula itself. Amount of water taken divided by percolation time in minutes. So if I know these both, then the speed at which the water flowed through this soil will be determined. In case of a sandy soil, in case of a clayey soil, in case of a loamy soil, what is the time taken? What is the speed of water flow through it will be determined. The second one is moisture content. So to conduct this as an experiment, I will first take a wet soil. WT means weight of the wet soil. I will take the wet soil and put it in a weighing machine and determine its weight. So for example, I'm not giving any numerical values. Instead, I have chosen alphabetical values like constants like W1. Weight of the wet soil is W1. First, I will do this. Next, what am I going to do is, I had to dry this wet soil. Okay, so either you can use a burner and heat it so that the soil will get heated and the water present in the soil will move up in the sky as, out of the beaker to the sky as vapors. Okay, and so as it moves, upon condensation, upon cooling in the top of the test tube, you could see the drops. So with this itself, the experiment gets over. Once the drops are seen in the test tube, it indicates that the soil has moisture content, right? So after heating, once the vapors are released, the water present in the soil is now 0, and it is in the dry state. Again, weigh the dry soil and find out its value. For example, I'm taking it as numerical values here for your reference. Wet soil's weight initially before the starting of the experiment was found to be 60 gram. Example, okay, just consider it as assume it as some random values. So upon heating it, the vapors are released, and in this soil, if there is no water content, it is in the dry state. If I weigh the dry soil, its weight, I have noticed it to be 48 grams. So, how will I know the amount of moisture content? You should not just subtract these two values. You should determine it in the form of a percentage. So, I hope you have learned percentage in your mathematics. So, water content or the moisture content is weight of the wet soil. W1 is weight of the wet soil minus weight of dry soil. W2 divided by the initial weight, that is your weight of the wet soil. So how do you find the percentage usually? Initial minus of final divided by initial. The same thing applies here. Weight of wet soil minus of weight of dry soil divided by weight of wet soil. So put the values. 60. Wet soil's weight was 60. Dry soil's weight was 48. Divided by again 60 into 100. Why am I doing it as into 100? To tell the water content in terms of percentage. 60 minus 48 is 12 divided by 60 into 100. So cancelling it. So the amount of water content in the soil type I have chosen was found to be about 20%. Understood? So this is just the formulas. If you remember the formula, it is hard. Kindly understand the concept and then derive it by yourself. So normally, how will you identify the water content? Initial minus final divided with respect to the initial. If I find it, then it will tell me the water content. Next, water absorption rate. To do this, you need to... What is water absorption rate? It is the rate in which the water flowing through the soil is absorbed by its particles. Right? So for this, you will first take a small amount of soil. Example, any soil which we can consider is sandy soil. We'll take about 50 grams I have taken. I have measured its weight of the soil, 50 grams. Then I will take the water in a beaker or in a cylinder or in a test tube. So initially, that is in the starting of the experiment, I have taken about 100 ml of water. Let us consider it as 100 example. 100 ml of water. That is my initial level of water before starting the experiment. So what I have given its a constant value is level 1. L1 initial. In your book they have given it as U. U means initial level of water in this beaker. So now you have the soil with you and the water with you. What you will do, you will pour the soil into the funnel. This is the beaker, the soil is poured. The soil's weight was 50 gram. Then you will add water to it. How much amount of water I have taken? 100 ml of water I have taken and it's poured to the soil. Now we are not going to see the percolation rate. Don't confuse here. As I told you in the starting of the video itself, percolation rate and water absorption rate are related. We are not going to measure the percolation rate. We need to know the water absorbed by the soil in the funnel. So, after percolation, the water which flows through the soil particles and collected in the beaker should be noted. The amount of water collected in the beaker should be noted first. That is the final level of water. L2 means level 2. That, for example, if it is 60 ml. I'm writing it as 60 ml. Okay, yeah. So the remaining 40 ml, where did it go? It is absorbed by the soil particles in the funnel. Right? So I cannot just tell like with the difference of the two levels of water. I need to express it in the form of a percentage. So in percentage, the water absorption rate is, WAR means I have written the short form of water absorption rate. Okay, WAR is the differences in the level of water. That is before pouring the water to the soil and after the water comes out of the soil from the funnel and collected in the beaker. These two levels difference I will first note it. Okay, so L1 minus L2, level 1 minus level 2, initial minus final. What did be the values we have here? 100 minus 60 divided by, what is this 50? This is the weight of the soil. Okay. So why am I taking this 50 that is the weight of the soil is because what is this property? It is the water absorption rate. Okay. So the water absorption rate means the water absorbed by the soil particles. So that is why I am considering the weight of the soil in the denominator. With respect to the soil, I am going to find this percentage. Okay, so this weight is the W, weight of the soil, measured before itself, divided by 50 into 100 for percentage. So, 40 divided by 50 into 100. So, 2. This is nothing but 80 percentage. So, for a soil of about 50 gram, when we pour the water of 100 ml, about 80% of the water is absorbed by the soil particles. Understood, children? So did you get to know that why am I putting the weight of the soil in the bottom? Whereas while measuring the water content, I have put the initial minus final divided by initial value. Okay, but here I have not put the level 1 in the denominator. I have not repeated the same procedure here. Instead, I have put the weight of the soil in grams. That's because here we are finding out the absorption of water by the soil particles only. We don't have nothing to do with the level of water here. With respect to the soil's absorption only, we are finding the rate. Understood? So don't make a mistake here. Now you may get a doubt that, ma'am, the level of water, that is the initial level and the final level, are in ml. And in the denominator, we have put the weight of the soil in grams. How can the unit be determined? For a percentage, no unit, right? So, it means in the numerator and denominator, if you have the same units only, it gets cancelled and we can write in percentage. So, you should know that 1 ml is equal to 1 gram. So, though you have in the numerator as the level of water in ml, its equivalent value is in gram. So, in the numerator also you will have the gram, and in the denominator also the weight of the soil is in gram. The unit gets cancelled and the percentage is obtained. Okay, children. So, if you have any doubt, kindly contact me. Read the textbook pages after this. Only then you would understand. These 3 properties are very important regarding your soil chapter. Thank you, children.